Imagine this, your family SUV gets more miles per gallon than some compact cars. It has enough power to tow your boat to the lake on the weekend. And it does all of this without burning through gas like yesterday's machines. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, Toyota is about to turn that dream into reality. The 2026 Toyota Highlander isn't just another update. It could be the SUV that completely redefines what it means to drive a family vehicle in the modern age. Toyota has always been a leader in hybrids. From the Prius back in the late 90s to today's RAV4 Prime. They've been pushing electrification long before most brands even cared. And now, with the 2026 Highlander, Toyota might be taking its boldest step yet. Going high. That's right, no traditional gasoline engines, no half-measure, just hybrids and maybe even a plug-in option. If they follow the same path as the Camry and Sequoia, the Highlander will officially become part of Toyota's all-electrified future. That's not just a shift in technology, it's a statement. Families across the world trust the Highlander for school runs, long road trips, and everything in between. By making it hybrid only, Toyota is saying, this is the future of family SUV. Get on board, or get left behind. Now let's talk looks. Because let's be honest, nobody wants to drive a boring box, no matter how efficient it is. Toyota knows this. And for 2026, the Highlander is set for a major design refresh. Expect a more upright, commanding front end. With a bolder grille and sleeker LED headlights that tie it into Toyota's new design language, the body will likely adopt sharper character lines along the sides, giving it a more athletic stance compared to today's softer curves. Aerodynamics will play a big role here too, not just for efficiency, but also for a modern, futuristic aesthetic. Think slim taillights stretching across the rear, more sculpted fenders, and maybe even sportier trims with blacked-out accents. Bottom line, the 2026 Highlander won't just blend into the sea of family SUVs in the Target parking lot. It'll stand out, and that's important, because families want practicality. Yes, but they also want a vehicle they're proud to drive. Step inside. And this is where Toyota is expected to really raise the game. While the Highlander's cabin has always been practical, the 2026 model is rumored to get a complete tech and comfort overhaul. First, expect more space, especially in the third row. Toyota is likely to optimize the packaging, borrowing tricks from the Grand Highlander to free up extra legroom and cargo flexibility. That means families won't have to choose between hauling kids or hauling gear. They can do both comfortably. Second, technology. Think larger digital displays, a redesigned infotainment system with faster response times, and possibly even a head-up display projecting key info right onto the windshield. Toyota knows that families are juggling distractions on the road, so the interface will likely focus on simplicity and ease of use. Creature comforts won't be ignored either. Heated and ventilated seats, wireless charging pads, hands-free liftgate, panoramic sunroof, you name it, the Highlander will have it. And if Toyota takes a cue from Lexus, we could even see ambient interior lighting and higher-end material choices to give it a more premium vibe. Now here's where things get really exciting. Right now, the Highlander Hybrid uses a 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine paired with two electric motors, delivering 243 horsepower and up to 35 mpg. Solid numbers. But the 2026 Highlander could go much further. Enter the Hybrid Max system, the same one powering the Grand Highlander. That setup pairs a 2.4-liter turbocharged engine with electric motors, putting out a jaw-dropping 362 horsepower. That's not just good for a hybrid, that's performance territory. 0 to 60 could come in under 6 seconds, while still achieving 27 mpg on the highway. Imagine that, a family SUV with the muscle of a V6 turbo and the efficiency of a compact car. And Toyota might not stop there. A plug-in hybrid Highlander could also hit the lineup. If it borrows tech from the RAV4 Prime, we're talking 40 miles of all-electric range. That means daily school runs, errands, and commutes could be done without using a drop of fuel. But when it's time for that summer road trip, the gas engine is there for backup. Flexibility at its finest. Whether it's Hybrid Max or a potential PHEV, one thing is clear. The 2026 Highlander won't just be efficient, it'll be fun. And that's something families haven't always associated with mid-size SUVs. Toyota knows that in 2026, technology sells cars as much as horsepower does. That's why the Highlander is expected to come packed with next-gen infotainment and driver-assist features. At the center will likely be a 14-inch touchscreen, crisp, intuitive, and responsive. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto will be standard, because plugging in is so 2019. Multiple USB-C ports will keep everyone's devices charged, and the Wi-Fi hotspot will make long trips far less painful for kids glued to their tablets. On the driver's side, expect a fully digital instrument cluster, customizable with navigation, hybrid power flow, and safety alerts. And yes, the voice assistant will finally feel smarter, so you can say, "Hey Toyota, turn up the AC" without it thinking you're asking for directions to Ace Hardware. But tech isn't just about gadgets, it's about making family life easier. Look for upgrades like hands-free parking assist, a digital rearview mirror for better visibility when the cargo area is full, and maybe even gesture controls for certain functions. Toyota wants this Highlander to feel not just modern, but futuristic. No SUV aimed at families can skip the safety conversation, and the Highlander has always been a strong performer here. For 2026, Toyota Safety Sense will almost certainly come standard, but with its newest and smartest version yet. This means adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, rear cross-traffic alert, and a 360-degree camera will be baseline features, not expensive options. Toyota knows parents want peace of mind, and they're not about to cut corners here. The real question is whether Toyota will push even further into semi-autonomous driving. Competitors like Hyundai and Ford are rolling out hands-free highway assist systems, and Toyota may bring something similar. Imagine letting the Highlander handle the long highway stretches while you relax with both hands off the wheel. That could be a game changer for road trip warriors. Now, let's talk numbers. Because no matter how futuristic or powerful the Highlander becomes, it still has to fit into the family budget. Early estimates suggest the 2026 Highlander will start around $49,000, a noticeable bump from today's base model. But here's the key. You're not just paying for a car, you're paying for long-term savings. With hybrid-only powertrains, owners will save hundreds, maybe even thousands, on fuel costs each year. Add in Toyota's reputation for reliability and resale value, and suddenly that $49,000 looks a lot more like an investment than an expense. Higher trims could climb into the mid-$60,000 range, especially if a plug-in hybrid enters the lineup. But compared to rivals, the Highlander will likely remain one of the most cost-effective ways to get hybrid efficiency in a spacious, three-row package. Of course, the Highlander isn't entering a vacuum. The mid-size SUV market is one of the fiercest battlegrounds in the auto industry. So who does it face? First, the Honda Pilot redesigned recently. It offers strong practicality and rugged trailsport trims, but it still relies heavily on traditional gas engines. The Highlander's hybrid edge could steal the eco-conscious crowd. Then there's the Hyundai Palisade and Kia Telluride, both beloved for their upscale interiors and value-packed pricing. But neither has gone all-in on hybrid tech yet, giving Toyota a big differentiator. The Ford Explorer hybrid does exist, but its efficiency lags behind Toyota's proven systems. And, of course, you can't ignore newcomers like the Mazda CX-90 PHEV, which brings style and electrification to the table, though at a higher price point. In short, the 2026 Highlander could leapfrog its rivals by being the first in the segment to truly commit to electrification, while still delivering the space and practicality families demand. So, should you wait for the 2026 Toyota Highlander? If you're in the market for a mid-size family SUV, the answer might just be yes. This isn't a minor facelift or a small bump in power. This is Toyota redefining what the Highlander and the entire segment should be. Hybrid-only powertrains mean better efficiency and performance. A bold new design means you'll drive something that stands out, not blends in. Smarter tech and improved safety mean your family is in one of the most advanced vehicles on the road. The Highlander has always been about